A delivery rider in Bangkok just passed 200 cars stuck in traffic. He didn't weave, he didn't accelerate. He glided silently between them on an electric scooter that cost $900. The cars around him burned $5 a gallon gas. He spent 15 cents charging his battery overnight. The scooter is made by a Chinese company called NIU. They sell over 1 million of these every year. If you think electric vehicles are just Teslas and Rivians, you're watching the wrong revolution. The real one is happening in cities you've never heard of, on machines you'd never notice, by companies the West refuses to take seriously. And it's already over. Here's what makes this moment different from every other electric vehicle story. The West spent 20 years trying to convince people to buy $40,000 electric cars. China built a $900 electric scooter and put it in the hands of 10 million delivery drivers. One approach required charging infrastructure and government subsidies and years of convincing. The other required a power outlet. NIU didn't invent the electric scooter. They made it so cheap and so reliable that entire industries switched overnight. Grab in Southeast Asia, Rappi in Latin America, Glovo in Europe. Every major delivery platform on Earth is quietly replacing their gas fleets with Chinese electric scooters. The reason isn't environmental, it's economic. These machines cost 10 times less to operate than any car. A NIU scooter has a top speed of 70 kilometers per hour. The range is 70 kilometers on a single charge. The battery is removable and charges in 4 hours for 15 cents. A gas scooter covering the same distance burns 3 liters of fuel, costing $15. The electric version costs 1% as much. Gas scooters need oil changes every 1,000 kilometers, spark plugs, air filters, exhaust repairs. Electric scooters have 2 moving parts, the motor and the wheel. The average delivery driver in Bangkok makes about $15,000 a year. A used car costs $10,000 minimum, plus $1,000 in insurance and $200 a month for fuel. A NIU scooter costs $900. You can buy one with 2 months of savings. You can charge it at home. You can park it anywhere. The operating cost is so low it disappears into rounding errors. This is the only rational economic decision. This is why Chinese electric scooters now outnumber gas scooters in Jakarta, Manila, and Mexico City. NIU isn't the only player. Yadea sells over 14 million units a year. Super Soco focuses on premium models. Between them, these 3 companies control 60% of the global electric scooter market. None of them are household names in the West. They just built a product that was 10 times cheaper to operate than the alternative and let economics do the rest. Grab switched in 2022. Rappi followed in 2023. By 2024, every food delivery company in Southeast Asia and Latin America had either switched or announced plans to switch. The scooters jumped from delivery fleets to private buyers. In Vietnam, electric scooters now outsell gas scooters. In India, the gap is closing fast. Vietnam went from 5% electric in 2020 to 40% electric in 2024. That's a complete market inversion in 4 years. The tipping point isn't when electric becomes better. It's when keeping a gas scooter becomes financially irrational. Most cities crossed that line 2 years ago. Now it's spreading to Europe. Paris has over 30,000 electric scooters. Barcelona has 20,000. Amsterdam is converting its entire courier fleet. They're all Chinese brands. Vespa launched an electric model in 2018, costing 6,000 euros. The NIU equivalent cost 1,200. Vespa sold 3,000 units in the first year. NIU sold 80,000 in France alone. European scooters are built in factories with European labor costs and European regulations. Chinese scooters are built at scale in Changzhou and shipped for less than it costs a European factory to turn on the lights. Li Yan started NIU in 2014. He worked in tech and saw that electric scooters existed but were slow, ugly, and broke constantly. He raised $10 million and built a scooter that didn't suck. The first model launched in 2015 with a removable battery, digital dashboard, and smartphone connectivity. It cost $1,200. Within 2 years, they were selling 300,000 units annually. By 2020, they hit 1 million. By 2024, they passed 2 million and expanded to 42 countries. NIU uses lithium-ion batteries. The motors are brushless DC standard engineering. What separates NIU is integration. Everything is optimized for maximum range at minimum cost. A NIU scooter gets 70 kilometers of range from a battery pack that weighs 11 kilograms. The battery lasts 2,000 charge cycles, 4 years of daily use. After that, you replace it for $300. A gas scooter burns $300 in fuel in 6 months. Delivery drivers put brutal hours on these machines. NIU scooters average 200,000 kilometers before major repairs, twice what gas scooters manage. The reason is simplicity. A gas engine has hundreds of components. An electric motor has a rotor and a stator. The complexity is in the battery management system. Software doesn't wear out. NIU pushes over-the-air updates to improve efficiency, adding 15% more range to existing scooters. Gas scooters get slower and less efficient as they age. Electric scooters get better. Gas scooters are loud. Most cities have noise ordinances. NIU scooters make less sound than a bicycle. Delivery drivers can work residential areas at night without complaints. That unlocked an entire shift. Late-night food delivery became viable. Restaurants extended hours. In Jakarta, the average delivery driver now works 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. Electric scooters didn't just replace gas scooters. They created new economic opportunities that didn't exist before. The West is finally noticing. Bird and Lime tried to compete with shared scooters and failed because unit economics never worked. A shared scooter gets vandalized, stolen, or destroyed within months. An owned scooter lasts years. NIU didn't need billions in funding. They needed a product people wanted to buy. Now American and European cities are scrambling to figure out what happened. Paris banned gas scooters in certain districts. Barcelona is offering subsidies for electric two-wheelers. Amsterdam is converting taxi and delivery licenses to electric only. All of these policies are reactive. The market already decided. The average car in a city like Los Angeles is parked 95% of the time. It costs $40,000 to buy, another $5,000 a year to insure and maintain, $200 a month for gas, and $200 for parking. Most trips are under 10 kilometers. A $900 electric scooter covers 90% of those trips. It costs 15 cents a day to charge. Parking is free. For anyone who doesn't need to haul cargo or passengers, a car is financially absurd. In Bangkok, 20-somethings are choosing scooters over cars. In Mexico City, the same shift is happening. In Paris, car ownership among under 30s dropped 18% in 3 years. Ford launched an electric scooter division in 2021. GM invested in scooter startups. Both quietly shut down those projects in 2023. They couldn't compete on cost. A Ford electric scooter needed to be profitable at scale at $2,500 minimum. NIU was selling equivalent models for $1,200. Toyota launched an electric scooter in Thailand in 2022, costing 35,000 baht. The NIU equivalent cost 18,000. Toyota sold 4,000 units in the first year. NIU sold 200,000 in Thailand alone. Toyota pulled the model after 18 months. The gap between electric and gas will keep widening. Battery costs are dropping 8% a year. Gas prices are climbing. By 2026, a NIU scooter will cost less than $700 with 90-kilometer range and 2-hour charge time. The final gas scooter will be sold sometime in the early 2030s. Not because governments ban them, because nobody wants to buy a vehicle that costs 10 times more to operate. Cities will be quieter, cleaner, and cheaper to navigate. And the machines that did it will cost less than a used iPhone. The delivery driver in Bangkok who passed 200 cars didn't just save 15 minutes, he saved $15 in fuel. He avoided $20 in parking fees. He made an extra delivery because he wasn't stuck in traffic. That's $50 more in a single shift. Multiply that across a year, and the scooter pays for itself in 2 months. The future of urban mobility wasn't decided by Tesla's master plan or Europe's climate targets. It was decided by a delivery driver in a city you've never heard of, who did the math and bought a $900 scooter. And now it's everywhere.